Have you ever seen this man in one of your dreams before, even though you don't recognize him? Well, if you said yes, you're not alone. There are thousands of people across the globe that claim to have seen this guy or recognize him in one of their dreams, yet no one knows who he is. Today I'm going to tell you guys a story of how myself and my game became one of Roblox's biggest creepypastas, and it involves that creepy looking dude with the bushy eyebrows. It all began back in 2012 when I was only 15 years old. Back then, I had just barely started making Roblox videos. I loved it, I still do, but my favorite pastime back then was ghost hunting. I was fascinated by ghosts ever since I was a kid. You know, I love creepy things, I always have. I had all kinds of equipment I would use to go ghost hunting in many different quote-unquote haunted places in Utah. One night, me and my friends even went to these abandoned buildings that were formerly known as the Bushnell Military Hospital, which was a prisoner of war camp and a military hospital during World War II, and also the old Native American schools. You know, I even recruited my old buddies to ghost hunt with me. You guys would probably recognize them if you've watched some of my older videos. Ty Drill and K's2215. We were a little ghost hunting squad. We tried coming up with a name for a long time, and I was like, you know, let's try, how about Spiritual Encounters Crew? Very cheesy. Before I even made Roblox videos, I made ghost hunting videos. Some of them even got pretty popular. I had been trying to figure out how I could combine my two favorite things, which was Roblox and creepy stuff. And that's when I started working on a new game called Malevolent. I wasn't really trying to make a complex game. I don't know how to script. At the time, I was working on my adventure obstacle course, so I didn't want to spend too much time on another game. Just a showcase with some spooky music, some spooky images and rooms. You know, you could actually go back and watch some videos where I build a large portion of the game on my channel. At one point, though, I decided to add the creepy bushy eyebrowed guy. I hung him from chains that dropped down from the ceiling. I just thought that would be the last thing people would expect when walking into a dark room. The game was really not that great. I made it in just a couple of nights, and I let it sit for many years. Randomly, about 8 months ago, I got a comment on one of my more popular Malevolent videos from a user by the name of PokeD, who was asking about the game, if it has any meaning. Do I consider myself a Roblox myth? He lets me know there is a Roblox creepypasta about this game, saying if you join, you'll be cursed and hacked. And this made me start doing a little bit of digging, because I remember previous comments on several of my other videos that brought up something similar. People basically calling me a hacker. Why do I hack people? Why do I get people banned? Why is my Roblox account banned, etc. I was able to find one, you know, pretty small video on the game. I wasn't able to find really anything else on it because Roblox YouTube, basically when YouTubers make videos of Roblox creepypastas, it's always like a montage of multiple creepypastas, and honestly I'm just too lazy to sift through all of the videos. I do remember at one point someone mentioned something about my game being on a pretty big YouTube video. That's where a majority of the place visits came from, but I did notice if you Google Roblox creepypasta as the keywords, my game is one of the top image Google search results, but that doesn't really help. The main thing though was I found a actual like Roblox creepypasta post about my game. If you guys want to go read it, then the link is in the description. I'm also going to scroll through it pretty quick, real fast. If you want to pause the video, feel free. Basically, the person says they were teleported to my game, they walked around, they were spooked out, and then they left the game. Someone hacked their account and changed their status, and then they had these two random people's names listed, Gonads and someone else, who have no affiliation to the game. I have no idea what kind of burner accounts those are, but yeah, needless to say, this is not true. Unfortunately, it's not. I also found it kind of funny how this guy's got some pretty big gonads, claiming he was the person that's hacking people's accounts. When it was my game. Unfortunately, since I was banned in 2020, I'm not able to go update that game that's linked in the creepypasta, the original game that had a lot of the place visits, but I have since started updating the game on my new account. I've added some various like apparitions, kind of strolling around, having a jolly old time, and I plan on actually expanding dramatically and just kind of making a huge version of the Native American schools that I visited so long ago. The schools have since been demolished, by the way. They were very, very dangerous, and me and my friends were lucky to not get hurt. But yeah, there you go, guys. Just a little short life story on how I am a quote-unquote Roblox myth when I literally just made a creepy game in a couple nights and left it. And because I put 2 and 2 together, which the first 2 being a creepy game and the second 2 being bushy eyebrowed guy, creepypasta, because I put 2 and 2 together and I did it back in 2012, I became a quote-unquote creepypasta myth. There you go. Soon after this video is released, I'm also going to be releasing a life stories where I talk about my time ghost hunting and if I ghost hunt nowadays, so if you want to check that out, feel free. Anyways, happy Halloween, guys.